everybody, my name is Bill, this is Yo-Yo Tech. Today we're going to take a look at the LIFX Tile. I'm going to show you how I went about setting them up, what you can do with them, and how you can control them from OpenHAB. I'm working on a little project down here in the basement of our home. We're going to take a space which used to be my son's play area. We're going to transform it into an innovative workspace, entertainment space, hangout space, place where I can showcase a lot of my home automation stuff, projects we're working on, my son, my wife, everybody can use it. It's going to be an awesome space. If you guys have any cool ideas for things that we can put down here, I was looking at an amazing keyboard the other day. I thought it'll go great with our computer. We've got a sit-stand desk. We've got a bunch of different lighting projects I want to do, like the LIFX Tile. Leave me some ideas in the comments down below. We're going to build this up over the next little while. Hopefully I can showcase a lot of it with you guys. It's going to be good for me, good for you, good for everybody. It's going to be a lot of fun. So before we get going, I want to tell you about a really quick DIY mishap I had recently. And it was a simple thing. I was hanging a TV in the wall, ended up tapping a wire within a stud, didn't know until a week later, went to pull it out, got an electric shock from the actual bracket that mounted the TV, and it was a mess. Could have been a lot worse, but I was lucky. Today, I want to show you something from Walabot. Walabot is sponsoring this video today, and I need sponsors. Sponsors are going to help the channel grow, help me improve. And what better than to use tools that I'm using, things I think will be great for you guys. So I hope you enjoy this. Now, a Walabot is a little tool. It's a lot like a stud finder you've probably used in projects before, only it has superpowers. It can find all sorts of things behind your walls. It can find pipes, wires, studs, pretty much anything that's going to be behind the wall, and it uses your smartphone to do that. Now, setup is super simple. It comes in the box with a little gel pack, one of those temporary things, helps you stick the Walabot to the back of your phone. It comes with USB cables that are going to help you connect your phone. Mine used the USB-C, which was great in the box. You're going to head on over to the Google Play Store, grab yourself the Walabot app, start it up. First thing it's going to do is ask you to calibrate it against the wall. Super easy to do. And after that, your phone essentially becomes like an X-ray machine, allows you to move it around the wall, and it will display on the screen what it's seeing behind it, whether it's studs, whether it's wires, any of those type of things. Allows you to mark with a pencil on the wall and make sure that when you go to drill those holes, you're not going to hit wires, you're not going to hit pipes, you're not going to turn a simple DIY project into a gigantic mess. So thank you to Walabot for sponsoring this video. Guys, I think it's a fantastic product. I've already used it a ton of times. I put the link down below. Go ahead, check it out. It is about the same price as your average stud finder. I think it is a fantastic addition to anybody's DIY toolkit. All right, let's talk LIFX tiles. LIFX tiles come in a pretty big box. There's 5 of them in there. They are about 8 by 8 inch square, and they're about 1 inch deep. So they're actually stick out from the wall quite a bit. They come with 5 illuminated tiles in the box, 4 short cords, 1 long cord, and a power supply. I believe it said somewhere you can only have 1 set on a power supply, but I have read online that you can do up to 10 tiles. So 2 kits, 1 power supply, all daisy chained together. Each tile has 64 color zones per tile. So if you were to actually open one up, you would see that there's 64 individual LEDs laid out in a grid across the inside of the tile. The plastic cover on top actually diffuses that light, and that's what gives it this nice, smooth looking transition in the back as colors change from one LED to another. Now, these lights can be used anywhere. They attach to your wall using a 3M sticky tape. And the nice thing about this is the 3M sticky tape actually has Velcro on it. So when you go and you actually stick them to the wall, you still have the ability to remove the tile from the wall, and half of the sticky tape with Velcro stays on the wall, the other half comes off with the tile. So it makes it really nice to get in and actually adjust things in the future if you have to. When I went and installed these lights, I actually ran into a few problems. When I connected the lights together, not all of them went together and turned on. I had one of the plugs which was loose. Now this actually led to a bit of an issue with setup in the app, and I'll talk about that in a few seconds. But again, going back to the way they were adhered to the wall, it was really simple to just pull them off the wall, make sure all the wire connectors were snug, and then get them back up there and working. Now, the nice thing about these is they work just like any other LIFX bulb. Connectivity does not require a hub or anything like that. They're going to connect directly to Wi-Fi, and you're going to be able to find them directly into the app. And you can use Siri, Amazon Echo, Google Home, or you can use the LIFX app, and it will behave in there just like it would on any other LIFX light. You have the option to do different shades of white, or you can go and you can do different solid colors and then be playing with the effects and things like that. You can actually choose different animations that'll go on across the screen. And you can even add different moods to it where you have them flickering. You may want to make it as spooky they had for Halloween. There's a lot of different ways you can work with these lights. When I first fired up the app and I searched for a new light, what I was supposed to see was one serial number or one identifier of my new LIFX tile. What I ended up seeing was 5 different ones. Now, not knowing, I thought, okay, this is how it's supposed to be, and I started setting them up individually. Well, this was wrong. This is partially because of, like I said, when I put them in, they didn't all turn on. So what happened was there is some smarts built into the tiles that when they're first connected and they're first turned on, they kind of find each other. One of the tiles becomes master, and that's the one that will broadcast its serial number for the app to find. In my case, I had that problem on setup, and that's why it didn't work the way it was supposed to. I needed to go through quite a process of resetting them, and it wasn't actually that complicated. I needed to unplug the tiles that did not turn on originally, plug the power into those 2 tiles, and then there's a reset procedure where you plug and unplug the power cable 5 times. Once that's done, you're going to see the tiles flash, and essentially they've been reset. Then I needed to rewire all 5 tiles back up together, plug them in and out 5 times together, all plugged together, and that reset the entire system. So this is a little bit of a convoluted process that I had to go through, but in the end, it was, once I understood what I was doing, it was actually pretty simple to do. Now, the proper way that this app should have worked is now that all 5 lights turned on together, the first tile in the bunch became the master, the other ones became slave tiles to it. So it broadcast only its identification. The app found one tile and was able to set that up with them all together as a group. So once I had figured this out and gotten past this process, setup was a breeze, and this is how it should have been in the first place. Ultimately, it was my fault for not wiring them tight enough together that caused me the problem in the first place. So now when it comes to OpenHab, adding them into the system is super easy. They'll pretty much show up in your inbox within the paper UI. Setup is really easy. Now, what I was hoping OpenHab was going to be able to do was recognize these bulbs as multi-zone bulbs. Each one of these tiles has 64 zones in it, which means those IRs can be controlled, those LEDs can be controlled individually. With the LIFX Z strips, you can do that. You can turn each light on and off manually from OpenHab. I wanted to be able to do that here. I was hoping to be able to set up some more advanced routines to be able to go in and actually paint the LED screen using OpenHab, potentially using it for notifications or more descriptive type alerts. But at this point in time, it's just not finding it that way. So I'm looking into that, and I'm going to follow up with another video if we can figure out how to get that going. But for now, pretty much the most you can do in OpenHab is turn on and off the LIFX tiles, and they'll function as one set, allowing you to turn them on, turn them off, change brightness. You can affect color, but color is going to change all of the tiles to that color. If you have it set, so for example, I have mine on a fade in, fade out, kind of a morphing effect on mine right now. Using OpenHab, I can just turn that on and off, so I can use the LIFX app to set the mode that it's working, and then I can control that functionality on or off with OpenHab. Now, I'm going to look in that more. Hopefully there's some more we can do with that, but right now that's pretty much the extent of control within OpenHab. It's going to work for my purposes because I will add it to my system. I'll have motion sensors turn it on and off when we enter the room, but setting the actual attributes of the light to do what I want it to do is still going to have to be done through the app. So guys, that's it today. Hopefully you found this interesting. If you did, like button down below. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching, and we will catch you in the next video.